The Window to Tomorrow. As dawn broke in the enchanting village of Brookstone, the world outside seemed to come alive, awash in hues of pale lavender and soft gold. The morning air was crisp and infused with the invigorating scent of pine trees mingling with freshly turned soil's rich, earthy aroma. Nestled at the top of a quaint, modest house, Oliver's room felt like a sanctuary. The wooden floor creaked gently beneath him, and the small bed was neatly made, blankets tucked with care. Every inch of this space told a story, especially a shelf filled with well-thumbed books, their spines slightly faded from countless hours of reading adventures. Yet, the view from his window breathed magic into this simple room. Like a cherished ritual, Oliver would rise with the sun each morning, go to the window, and pull back the curtain that had kept the world at bay. The moment he did, a breathtaking panorama unfurled before him. An endless expanse of deep greens stretched into the horizon, dotted with tall oaks and sturdy pines, their leaves dancing playfully under the soft caress of the morning breeze. In the distance, the formidable Everwood Mountain towered against the backdrop of the sky, its majestic peak often swathed in a delicate veil of mist, making it look like something out of a fantastical tale. This view was more than just a sight to behold. It was a vibrant tapestry of possibilities, inspiring Oliver with the promise of new adventures and discoveries waiting beyond reach. As he leaned out to inhale the fresh air, a gentle breeze brushed against his cheeks, awakening his senses. The cool and refreshing wind seemed to carry a whisper of hope and untold promises that tugged at Oliver's heart. Maybe today will be different, he thought, a flicker of optimism igniting. Maybe today I'll finally get better at this. Part 1. The Struggle. Oliver was far from lazy. He approached every day at school with genuine enthusiasm and determination. However, the relentless challenges he faced often left him feeling overwhelmed. The math problems sprawled across the chalkboard appeared like intricate puzzles, their solutions ensnared in tangled knots he couldn't unravel. The words in his textbook seemed to swirl and twist, darting around like mischievous sprites, slipping from his grasp just when he thought he understood. Meanwhile, his classmates appeared to grasp concepts effortlessly, their giggles ringing through the classroom like a cheerful melody, their pencils gliding across the paper with confidence and ease. In stark contrast, Oliver felt a heavy weight of frustration settle over him, as if he were trying to swim against an unforgiving current. Each day, he pushed harder, only to find himself more adrift and confused. Upon returning home, the familiar surroundings that once offered solace felt tinged with disappointment. He trudged through the door, his heart heavy with the weight of his daily struggles. Yet, amidst the gloom, one steadfast source of comfort remained his beloved window. It framed a breathtaking view of the trees, their vibrant foliage swaying gently in the breeze, and the unwavering mountain that stood guard over the valley. This landscape reminded him of resilience, inviting him to dream beyond his immediate challenges. Part 2. The Lesson from the Mountain. One particularly disheartening afternoon, with clouds of doubt hanging heavily in the air, Oliver opened his window again, as he always did. The sunlight poured in, drenching the world outside in a warm, golden glow that felt like an embrace. He gazed intently at the trees dancing in the wind, their leaves glistening like emeralds, shimmering with vitality. His eyes, drawn to the mountain in the distance, where the rugged peaks kissed the sky, suddenly sparked with inspiration. A revelation unfurled in Oliver's mind. The mountain didn't grow to its majestic height overnight. Suddenly, he envisioned it as a young hill, once small and undefined, much like his current self, innocent and unformed. Over many years, it had weathered countless storms, felt the relentless push of the wind, and welcomed heavy rains. Each drop of water had sculpted its surface, gradually shaping it into something firm, steadfast, and breathtakingly beautiful. In that moment of clarity, Oliver grasped the profound truth that learning mirrored the mountain's journey. It was not a race to reach the peak, but a slow and steady progression through life's trials and triumphs. A smile crept across Oliver's face as understanding settled in his heart. He realized that he didn't have to solve every problem simultaneously. Like the mountain, he needed to embrace the passage of time and the patience that came with it. He could navigate his challenges step by step, and one day, when he looked back, he would be astonished by how far he had come. Part 3. A New Beginning. The next day, fueled by a newfound resolve, Oliver entered his classroom with a sense of anticipation weaving through him. The air felt charged with energy as Mrs. Lawson, their patient and encouraging teacher, stood at the front, explaining a complex math concept. Usually, Oliver would have succumbed to a wave of anxiety, his heart pounding in his chest. But today, he held tightly to the image of the mountain, drawing strength from its unwavering presence. Taking a deep breath to steady himself, he focused intently on the problem, determined to dissect it into manageable parts. The task was challenging, but as he approached it methodically, Oliver found that he could grasp the first steps. He tackled the subsequent pieces one at a time, allowing understanding to bloom like flowers in the spring. Time seemed to stretch, each second filled with the thrill of comprehension. With each solution he unlocked, the once daunting problem began transforming into something tangible and manageable. By the time the bell rang, signaling the end of class, Oliver had completed the entire exercise, a swell of pride filling him as he realized he had truly understood. That evening, instead of leaving the classroom with despair, he found solace in his cherished spot by the window again. The trees appeared even more resplendent, the mountain stood a little taller, and the breeze felt invigorating, wrapping around him like a soft cloak. With a whisper filled with newfound confidence, he declared, "I can do this. I just need to keep persevering, one step at a time." Part 4. The Power of Patience and Persistence. As days rolled into weeks and weeks unfurled into months, Oliver's approach to learning evolved into something profound and beautiful. He began to see each challenge not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a cherished opportunity to grow. Much like the mountain gradually ascended into the sky, with unwavering patience, he embraced the philosophy of tackling tasks piece by piece, akin to the careful steps of a climber navigating a rugged trail. Each small victory filled him with an intoxicating sense of joy and accomplishment. Though the view from his window remained a constant canvas of beauty, Oliver underwent a metamorphosis within. He learned to appreciate the intricacies of gradual progress, much like how the trees shed and regained their leaves with the changing seasons, and how the mountain stood tall, undeterred by time. One day, as he stood by his window, allowing the beauty of the landscape to wash over him, Oliver recognized that the mountain had become more than just a picturesque view. It embodied his journey. He no longer felt the frenetic need to rush towards success. Instead, he understood that actual achievement lay in the courage to keep climbing, the wisdom to relish each step, and the resilience to endure even when the path ahead felt daunting and treacherous.